going to talk about some cool chord voicings based on the E chord and then some other chords as well. So this is something that was in the song Joker's Lips by MJ Linderman, but I've seen it in a lot of songs. I remember I was teaching a student a little while ago some song by David Kushner, who's like a pop artist, and he was using this technique, and I'm sure there's a million other examples of it. So for sure you can use it too in your songwriting. Basically, it's like you're taking an E chord, and on the guitar you have 6th string open is E, obviously. 2nd string open is B, which is the 5th of E, so that's very stable. And then 1st string open, which is also E. So that just creates a drone, those 3 notes, because whenever you have an E, you also have that B in there because of the overtones, because the E and B have a relationship of a 5th. And the loudest overtone besides just another E is a B, actually. So when you're hearing this note, you're hearing the B. So that's why like power chords are so stable, because it's just like the root and 5th. In music where they use a drone, like Indian classical music, it's the same thing where you just have the root and the 5th back and forth. And that's like the kind of background, and then everything else is on top of that. So that's really powerful, and it's kind of different than normal chords. Like, I'm going to show you some chords, and you could analyze them all with the E and the B in there, but I would argue it's actually better to just think of them as whatever chord it is, and then the E and the B is just the drone, so it's not even really part of the chord. So for example, this next chord is like F sharp minor. You have an F sharp minor triad right here, C sharp, F sharp, and A. And then you have the E and B in there. So yeah, I would just call that E and then F sharp minor. And then you move it up 2 frets, you get G sharp minor. And same deal here. Really, it's just a G sharp minor. But if you're trying to write a chord progression, instead of using your normal 1 chord, which in the key of E is E, 2 chord, which would be F sharp minor, 3 chord G sharp minor, you get these kind of novel chord voicings that have this drone sound. So continuing forward, for the 4 chord, you get the A chord, and that's just like an E shape slid up to the 6th and 7th fret. A B chord, which is the 5 chord, would be also that E shape slid up to the 8th and 9th frets. And then for C sharp minor, you get this same shape from the other minor chords, F sharp minor and G sharp minor, slid up to the 9th fret. So, you know, 5th string 11th fret, 4th string 11th fret, 3rd string 9th fret with the open strings. And then we'll skip, so in a key, the pattern is, right, like in a major key, major for the 1 chord, minor, minor for the 2 and 3 chords, major, major for the 4 and 5 chords, minor for the 6th chord, diminished for the 7th chord. It's not super common, so I'm just going to skip it. Diminished chords. And then you can go up an octave, and of course do the same stuff. E, F sharp minor, G sharp minor. It's getting to be kind of a tough, but an A chord all the way up here. So that's really cool, and like whatever chord progression you come up with, maybe it's like 1, 4, 3. That can kind of sound a little more unique than just doing the normal 1, 4, and 3, which would be like E, A, G sharp minor. That also sounds cool, but it's just like an alternative. And arpeggiating this stuff might sound kind of cool. That all sounds pretty cool. I'm just coming up with that on the spot, but the concept is pretty nice. Like, you can use it to come up with some cool stuff. That's just with an E chord. You could do it with whatever chord. I mean, maybe not whatever chord, but it works really well when you use the open strings. So 4th string open is D. You do the same thing, D chord. Now, with the drone still, 4th string open in this case. And then moving this shape up and change it to the minor version, you get like the 2 chord in the key of D, which is E minor. So that's first string, 3rd fret, 2nd string, 5th fret, 3rd string, 4th fret. So the D minor shape. Move it up, same shape for the 3 chord. Back to the D chord for the 4 chord, which is a G chord. And then same thing for the 5 chord, D shape. The 6th chord, B minor. And then, like I said, we're going to skip the diminished. There you go, the octave. It's really common. That's in a bunch of songs. I think that's in like Over the Hills and Far Away. I think so. It's definitely in a lot of songs. So you could do that. You could even maybe go to drop D, you know, and then do all 6 strings. So you really have the drone. The A from the 5th string is technically the 5th of the D. You kind of want the D to be lower. Since it's in the key of D, you want that to be the lowest note. So that's why you would retune instead of just playing 5th string open. You could do it with like an A. Would work. 5th string open is A. So you could do, in 1st string, is E, which is the 5th of A. So again, you still have just root and 5th. And then the shape you have here is 2nd string, 5th fret, 3rd string, 6th fret, 4th string, 7th fret. And then you'd want to do, this is kind of a bit awkward actually, but still works. 1st string open, 2nd string, 7th fret, 3rd string, 7th fret, 4th string, 9th fret. That would be the minor shape there. Slide it up 2 frets, and then back to the same shape from before. 2nd string, 10th fret, 3rd string, 11th fret, 4th string, 12th fret. So that's a D chord, but you still have the open strings in there. Same thing, move it up for the 5 chord, and then back to the minor shape for the 6th chord. F sharp minor up there. So yeah, that's cool. Or you could do F sharp minor down here as well. Right, so the possibilities are kind of endless, and you can mix and match chords from different keys and stuff, different voicings from the different keys that I just displayed. You might even be able to go like 5th string down to G and then do the same thing for the G, because then you'd have G on the 5th string and D on the 4th string. So that's a possibility as well, and then kind of move some G shapes up and down. Like, let me show you real quick. That's the G shape. You could use 4 strings. Well, 4 strings or 3 strings, doesn't really matter. Because yeah, you have the D. So 3rd string, 3rd fret, 2nd string, 3rd fret, 3rd string, 4th fret, and that's a G chord. 5th string, 1st string, 5th fret, 2nd string, 5th fret, 3rd string, 5th fret, and then you have the open strings. I actually really like that sound. I haven't used this before, but it sounds pretty cool. And then yeah, same shape for the 3 chord, all 7th frets. And then you get the 4 chord, 1st string, 8th fret, 2nd string, 8th fret, 3rd string, 9th fret. 5 chords, same shape, 2 frets up. And then all 12th frets for the E minor, the 6th chord. That sounds pretty cool. I don't know, that was just improvised, but as you can see, it's pretty, there's like a lot of potential here. So hopefully this helps somebody, and yeah, peace out.